Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are in day 8 of our October daily journal, which is a book report on The Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. And it's a visual book report. I do have synopsis of each chapter, and they're in pockets behind the art. My play for the day, my spreads. But today, the prompt I gave myself was detective. Chapter 8 has a list that I kept having to refer to of all the different characters, not all of them, but a lot of them. There's a ton of characters, which is kind of typical, I think, at least in the ones that I've seen, of a Hercule Poirot story. There's always all kinds of partygoers or people in the boat or people at the resort or people in the train. So you really don't know who does it until kind of like the end when all the stuff comes together. And then you're given like the clues that you should have been paying attention to from the very beginning. So detective is my word for the day. And I painted this paper at home, and I had that piece of paper that I tore off and cut and just glued down is what was here that I made from home. But I decided to put it all on top because it just adds more texture and gloom and just keeps your eye moving across the page. So I'm taking a Neocolor 2 and doing black in large circle forms. Not sure if this is even going to show when I'm through, but I'm just adding texture, making stuff for your eye to fall on. And I actually brought water to those and kind of made them a little bit darker. And in a couple other little places, I just made some more black for doom and gloom, basically. And then I thought, I'm going to add a little bit of color to this. So I got out a blue. I know, a more blue. And I just put it in teeny tiny little places. And I'm not sure what's going to happen after this when this all dries. I'm not sure. But, I got a pretty background going, and that's kind of what I love to do. So I just, enough blue there that it's not solid black and white. And I really love how this background turned out. But now, how is this going to reflect detective? Well, friendship bracelets. One says Christie, one says Poirot, and the other one just has Halloween charms. And I'm going to put another picture of those at the end where my arm isn't waving around. But I had to make sure I kept my pocket going from the day before, and I did. So chapter 8 is it's mainly a list for Poirot to give himself of all the characters that he has met so far and who might, have committed this murder. He doesn't know yet. But anyhow, so this was a big spread. It was across a whole sheet of paper, and it kind of unfolded. And then unpacking, I remembered I had a math handbook here for homeschooling that I got at the thrift store, and I started cutting out the word and all the different things a detective has to do, and this and that and this and that, and it could have been this and it could have been this and this and this. So I was just going to put a ton of ands, and then I started seeing like explore, evaluate, study. I'm like, okay, that's stuff that a detective does also. And then they had a little tiny like page header that had a magnifying glass on it. I'm like, okay, this is too good to be true. So that's what that little thing is that I first cut out. And I'm just putting all these little words that I cut out of a 7th grade math book on detective for Agatha Christie and Hercule Poirot. This was fun. All those ands were cut out watching CNN this morning on what's happening in Israel. I'm telling you. Anyhow, so we're not going to go political here. We're just going to stick to our math book and mysteries and live in a fantasy world of Halloween for the month of October. I think it's a whole lot safer than the universe out there right now. And I was starting to get to the end here, and I found 2 more ands, so I put that on there. And then the page header that had the magnifying glass had investigation. So I was like, okay, we have to put that on here. Unfortunately, it's lavender, but I can't do anything about that, so it's just going down. It's going down. And then I took my Dollar Tree markers that are from last year that work perfectly. They have never let me down. I love these markers. And kind of outlined all of these words and the spilling out of the magnifying glass that a detective has to do. And I thought, okay, there's blue here. I forgot about the blue. So I thought, well, I'm going to like do a drop shadow around everything, all the words. So they all have like a little corner of blue, giving them drop shadows. And I added washi tape to the top and bottom. That is James Burke washi tape. I think that's like a year or two old maybe. And it perfectly blends with all of this. And I love this. This is fun. When the world is crummy and crummier and crummier every day, just make art. Just make art. It's so much easier to live with. So, love how this turned out. And I just kind of did drop circles, edges around the other ones too. So I'm going to leave you with a tour of my studio. And thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye. Welcome to my beach studio, aka a walk-in closet in a big bathroom. I got some wood here I stole off of a construction site, and my husband made me some little shelves that's sitting on the floor. Yes, this is a closet, so there's a mirror. And I have more stuff to go in it, but I haven't completely unpacked, but I pretty much have. It has all these shelves, those plastic wired wrapped shelves, whatever they're called. And there's like extra air filters, extra pillow, which I wondered where that was. That belongs in storage until spring. There's vacuum cleaner, I don't know. There's all kinds of weird stuff here from the leasing company, but this is all Christmas. Really, these two things should be flip-flopped, but stuff that stays here, I have not put those out. Those are pegboards that go like right down in here. Some stuff that I kind of move around every once in a while. Stuff that I brought from home right there. That came from home. This stays here, and that's kind of like my paper tray. By the end of 6 months, it'll be full of stuff. That came from home. This is my notes idea notebook. I have a little teeny tiny card table, and my rolling chair is underneath in the golf cart room, and I cannot carry that thing 2 flights of stairs. So this is a kitchen table chair. I have an extra. Oh, I thought somebody was behind me. I think there's a ghost. Does that ghost know I'm doing my October book? I don't know. Anyhow, I have more washi tape. This all stays here. Sometimes I curate it and bring stuff back and forth, but like here's a little pencil case I brought from home. Here's my Neocolor 2s, and there's the other one. One is cool, one is warm. I do have this little drawer thing here that just came from Walmart, and I've got paper on my toe. Anyhow, I did get a Stabilo set to bring and leave here. There's glue sticks and other stuff there. That little tool case is what I take down to the beach, which I have not been. It has been horribly muggy. Plus I have this very clingy dog here. So this is where October's being created. There's an overhead lamp, and then I have this little tiny lamp here, which works enough for me. I'm not going to win an Emmy, but that's okay. I don't want to. So yeah, this is where I work from the beach. And if I want to, I can step out of my studio and take a shower right there, right here. Or here's my husband's sink. Here's my sink. And a gigantic garden tub, which I don't even have that at home. Halloween clothes hanging on the back of the door. I painted this. I think it was a starfish before. And my friend that lives like a block from here, a block and a half, she had some kind of fish shaped like this. And I put the brown in the background, and then I took the shape of her fish and drew it on this one, and then I just added a ton of color, and I love that. This is a very orange bedroom and bathroom. There's like this Capiz vase here that is broken. I have painted it and repaired it, but I don't know if it's gonna make it another spring. These little pottery fish were here. They were white. No, they were gray. And I added orange to them. There's that really pretty starfish there. And then out in here, there's a little fish that was green or blue. I painted it orange. This was already here. I added an orange candle, and my friend that lives up the street got me that. I had an orange plate here that came with the house, and that was broken this past spring. And oh, I did that one too. It's about a yard long, and then my husband put an exaggerated white frame around it. And I love that. Love that. It's primitive. It's bright. This bedroom is orange. I love it. I just kept adding color and color and color and color. You can see like even underneath there's like 4 layers of color in patches. I wanted it very primitive, mainly because that's the only style I can do with no training and no skills. And I just love it. I just love it. So much so that last winter, I did those. So I have 3 little ones. These used to be starfish also. I painted those canvases white and then started working on color. And this one has more white, but they don't have the frame like the big one does. So that's over the bed. Love it. Who's this?